Senior Counsel for Governmental Affairs for Liberty Counsel. I like that we are all wearing blue because I think the sky agrees with our cause today. Liberty Counsel is a nonprofit litigation firm. Our championing of pro-life causes is what brings us to the Hill today and in front of the Supreme Court. Our litigation across the country against abortion megagiants and these perpetrators of death is a constant signal to the rest of the world that we will not lay down idly by as the slaughter of innocent lives continues. So I join with the hundreds that are standing here, the thousands more that through social media will hear us, and the millions everywhere that are saying this about protecting life, that it's happening. It's happening. We are protecting life. Just like in Louisiana, where Senator Katrina Jackson has led this great effort, we are protecting life. It's happening. In the 12 states where this law has already passed, and it shows that it works to its right end, its proper end, it's happening. The horrors of abortion are being exposed, and real change on this issue is happening. It's happening. As we are demanding that our physicians be competent, it's happening. As we are demanding that they provide the same minimal care that is given to any other woman in this situation, it's happening. And as expectant mothers are receiving the continuity of care they deserve, it's happening. Lives are being preserved. Babies are being saved. It's happening. But it's not without effort. It's not without activism. It's not without demonstration. And so here in front of the court, we'll continue to do just that. If the court behind me hears anything, if the legislators across the street can hear anything, they will hear from us today that life is beautiful, that babies are precious, and that mothers should be treated with care, and that we are championing an undeviating standard that human life from conception to its natural close ought to be protected by law. It's happening. But how do we get to this point where even basic healthcare standards for women are being trampled or being ignored? Well, pro-lifers for generations have warned the court. They've warned the country at once, saying that if you begin dehumanizing life within the womb, once you begin ignoring the value and the beauty of humans, then anything that life touches is devalued as well. Once you begin ignoring the value of human life, everything that life touches becomes devalued as well. You know, it's trash day on my street. You know, it happens every week. We take out our trash, the things we don't need, we discard them, we put them in trash cans, we walk them out to the curb, and they're taken away. As I glanced out of my window this morning, I realized that my neighbor had a trash can pulled in front of his driveway, and he was trying to back out, and so he starts kicking the trash can out of the way, and I'm watching him do this. He had no regard for the trash can, and why would he? After all, it just contained the trash that was there. Why would he care for the trash can? Because after all the trash can is good for is holding trash. And for decades, not only has the abortion industry treated babies in the womb as trash, but they've looked at the mother as just the trash can that it carries. So of course they mistreat the mother. These abortionists, they disregard life. Every life that life touches, they disregard as well. So abortionists for decades have just kicked the mother out of the way. For decades, they've given mothers substandard health care. They treat babies like trash, and so they treat mothers in the same way. So of course, their grotesque facilities are filled with rat poop. Of course there's blood spattered on the walls. Why would they care? Of course they conceal sexual assault victims. Of course there are horrific botched abortions with deadly implications. Of course there's no true follow-up on this procedure. Of course their so-called counselors have no regard for the broken lives that are being broken in front of them. Of course they treat them like trash. After all, every day is trash day at an abortion facility. But not anymore. The decades of discarding babies and the beautiful mothers carrying those babies are at an end. It's coming to an end. It's happening. As people all across the country are standing up, pulling back the curtains of these abortion facilities and saying, we will no longer tolerate this. We will no longer permit it. Even former abortionists are standing up, saying that the Roe decision, if the Roe court had the present-day knowledge that we have now, they would understand that the so-called woman's choice is far more risky and far less beneficial, and the child's capacity to feel is so far advanced, so much more advanced than the Roe court ever knew. If these judges and justices were to hear the facts that they're presenting with today, that is a violent act which kills human beings and destroys the peace and the real interests of the mothers involved. If only this court knew what the Roe court chose to ignore. Well, friends, today we're here because the court knows. They're hearing it today. I'm telling them. The legal team that's inside today is telling them. The state of Louisiana, by passing this law, has told them. The millions of pro-life citizens across the country are telling them. Your presence here today is telling them that enough is enough. We will not stand by. We will not turn a blind eye. Because we believe that the rights of persons, the rights of natural persons, the rights of natural persons created in the image of God, the rights of natural persons created in the image of God, formed in the womb, the rights of natural persons created in the image of God, formed in the womb, carried by a beautiful mother, are equally perfect, equally precious, and ought to equally be protected under the law. So take heart. Double down on your belief on this issue. Demonstrate for life, activate for life, until your reverberations of your advocacy shake the very pillars of this court. Keep fighting until the laws match this truth, that every life, the life of the mother and the life of the unborn child, is perfect, precious, and protected. And do not worry in doing good. It's happening.